Hey everybody, it's Cassie with 43 Fitness. I just wanted to touch base with you today and share with you a really big revelation I had in the gym this week. And it's kind of bittersweet because on one hand, it's fantastic that I finally figured out the problem I was having with my left side symmetry. But at the same time, it's very frustrating because I've been doing it for 3 years. 3 years I've been struggling, trying to get the left bicep to match the right bicep. Even so much as lifting up to 10 pounds heavier in order to do that. So it all started, it started 3 years ago when I was doing hammer curls. And I'll get to the form at the end of the video, but hammer curls is just part of my weekly routine for biceps. It works this top head of the bicep. It really helps fill that out, make it have more definition. And I love to work on my arms, so I enjoy doing them. The problem is I've been doing it with really bad form, and I didn't know it. I ended up injuring the right side a year ago. And so in order to keep the left side tracking, because it was always lagging every single time, even though I was lifting the same amounts on both sides, I was lifting less on the right side and more on the left side, trying to increase the definition on the left side. I just wasn't getting it. On the right side, I have this nice vascularity, just one little vein that runs through, which is great, and it just doesn't match the left side, and it's just not the same. So I was struggling and struggling, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, I finally realized that my form is completely off on my left side. And, I think that goes for a lot of people who have, a dominant side, which I think everyone does. But you just have to be uber focused on making sure that both sides get the proper form. So what I was doing with 8 pounds on my injured right side was a hammer curl. I'm using my husband's little dumbbells that he had from downstairs and pulling it up straight. You notice that it's just going straight to the top of my shoulder. My arm is nice and tucked into the side of my body, and it's not flaring out. It's not doing anything. I am not compensating with any other muscle group. I'm just lifting it up and down, right? Just very straightforward movement. No big deal, right? Well, on the left side, I had progressed up to 27.5 pounds. So that's quite a bit different than the 8. And I still wasn't seeing the definition on the left side. But what I came to find out is that initially when I started the whole process, even when I was lifting 8 pounds, on this side, I was kind of compensating by twisting my torso a little bit and flaring out. So when I was doing that, I was lifting up and unfortunately not using good form. And the heavier I got, the more I compensated because I wasn't using proper form. So I was using this terrible form, using a lot of weight for what I usually use, and not seeing any results. Duh! I shouldn't have, and I didn't for so long, and I just wanted to smack myself on the head when I finally figured it out. But anyway, the proper form that I'm using now is, coming up and touching the shoulder. Same thing I was doing before, but keeping the arm nice and tight to the side. Like I mentioned, in the past, I was kind of twisting and, doing this bit. And I wasn't, I'm over-exaggerating so you guys can see, but it wasn't all that obvious. Because I was just doing a little bit, but it was just enough to keep me from reaching the goal. And I was trying so hard. I was doing drop sets. I was doing extra workouts. I'm so happy that I didn't end up injuring my left side trying to catch up with the right side because of terrible form. So the bottom line is just form is king. It is king, and I know I talk about progression all the time, but form really does take a front seat in the weightlifting game. Because if you don't have the form right, as you can see, for 3 years, you can spin your wheels and spin your wheels and spin your wheels and still not get what you're looking for because you're doing it wrong. And I was doing it wrong. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where I'm at on the bicep definition. And I have to tell you, even since the 2 workouts ago when I figured this out, as I've done extra this week because I was so excited that I figured out my form, that I'm starting to see better definition on this side and it's starting to match. So, you know, progress, motivation lives in the progress, and I am making progress. So I wanted to end off on a good note because it is good news, but just something I want you to keep in mind when you're doing your workouts. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.